Maybe you've tried to declutter in the past, but you just found that things were starting to pile back up again, and now you are ready for lasting results. You want to be more prepared and actually see progress. Let's go. Hi guys, it's Laura and this is day 1 of the Declutter challenge. If you missed the intro, you can catch it right up here. Be sure to subscribe and download your free workbook. But I know what it's like. You are so excited and motivated and determined to declutter that you just dive right in, but you don't see lasting results. The reality is that without a plan, even though you might make progress initially, eventually you're going to run out of steam. You're not going to have anything to sustain you, and so you will start to backslide. Raise your hand if you've ever been in that situation. So let's talk about 2 things that you should do before you start decluttering. Anytime I didn't do these, I regretted it. We will also look at 1 thing that you definitely should not do. So for this first one, we are going to create basically a bit of a time capsule. This involves taking a snapshot of what life is currently like for you. The very first thing you want to do, and believe me, I know how easy it is to forget this one because you just dive right in, or to think that it's not important, but trust me, it is. I've been there many a time. That is to take before photos. Before photographs are so important because they help you to actually document and see progress. Same way, you don't see your kids get taller every single day, but over time, all of a sudden, they're a foot taller. How did that happen? And you look back on old photographs and you think, oh, they look so teeny tiny. Decluttering is kind of the same. When you're in the middle of it, you will probably have moments where you feel like you are making no progress at all. You will feel demotivated. So looking back at those before photographs will help you to see how far you have come. It will be a big motivator for you, because I know it has been a big motivator for me. It is just physical proof, hard evidence that you are making progress. So I want you to do it right now. Go around your home and take those photographs. Open up cupboard doors, peek inside things. The reason I say to do it now is because right before each project, you're probably going to forget. It's something that I do all of the time. So if you are diving into this challenge, then pause this video now or just wait until the end of the video and go around and take those photographs. And then you don't have to remember before you dive into each project. It will already be done. The next snapshot then is going to be a written account of what life is like for you and how you feel about it in relation to clutter and your physical environment. Now, if you have downloaded the free workbook, you will see that there are 2 pages dedicated to this where you can just fill in your answers. It's got all the prompts there for you. But you want to write down, what life looks like right now, what your physical environment looks like right now, and then how that makes you feel. How do you feel being surrounded by clutter? Write down how it hinders you, how it holds you back. What are the kind of daily annoyances, those little things, the things that you deal with on a very regular basis that, maybe in and of themselves, an isolated incident wouldn't be worth considering, but when you're facing it over and over and over again. So maybe, on a daily basis, you are frustrated in the kitchen because your pantry or wherever you store your food is just a mess, and it makes it so much more difficult to actually prepare a healthy meal for yourself. All of those ways in which clutter really has a negative impact on your life. And then I want you to write down, if you didn't declutter, if you left your home the way it is, you just left it to accumulate more and more clutter over time and you didn't actually ever clear anything out, what would life be like then? So that is your time capsule. That is an accurate reflection of what your life is actually like right now and how clutter impacts that. The second step then is all about your vision. Again, there is a page for this in the workbook, but if you did declutter now, if you did commit to this, how would your life be different? What would your space look and feel like? And you don't have to get very specific in terms of, like where furniture is or anything like that, but how do you want to feel? How do you want your home to feel? Do you want it to feel, light and bright and airy? Maybe some people want it to feel kind of very cozy, moody, comfortable. Just how in your perfect home, what would it look like? How would it feel? Would it be really, white and modern and sleek? Would it be very kind of rustic? Just whatever that vision is for you. And then how would you feel in it? Would you feel inspired? Would you feel relaxed, comfortable? Would you feel motivated? Would you feel at peace? Just think of all of those words, how you want to feel. And there are no wrong answers. Some people will want to feel energized and inspired and creative, and other people will want to feel, relaxed and cocooned and safe, those types of things. Again, whatever it is for you. Then look at what you would be able to do that you couldn't do before. So after decluttering, what are some things that you would be able to do that just weren't an option for you or were much more difficult before you decluttered? So again, it could be something like you would find it much easier to prepare a healthy meal. How would your life change for the better? And this can be like big picture, it can be very specific things, but just think about all of the different ways that your life would improve after decluttering. And then, because kind of streamlining and simplifying can have such huge knock-on effects, what would be the positive impact on other areas of your life? For example, if you had cleared off a shelf or whatever, and now it was much easier for you to find the papers that you needed, to find your keys, to find your wallet, to find, the project papers that you're working on. Would that mean that you would then be on time for meetings and things like that? Or would your mornings be a little bit more calm because you weren't rushing and racing around trying to find all of those things? What are the other areas in your life that would benefit from you decluttering and streamlining your home? Okay, now that you have clarified your starting point and you have identified your destination, it's time to get moving. But I do want to give you one word of warning before you set off. You are going to face many obstacles along the way, and that is perfectly normal. And one of the biggest, I'm just going to tell you this right up front, is that you are going to think that there is some perfect solution, that there is going to be a perfect storage unit, there's going to be the perfect app, the perfect filing system. You'll think that it has to be fancy and complicated to be functional. Nope. Start simple and adapt and tweak as you go, because it is very easy to start with a simple system and just add on those bells and whistles over time. But it is really hard to take away all of those bells and whistles after they have already become ingrained and after you've spent some time with them and you have got into that mindset that you really need them. So as you're going, just keep asking yourself this question: what is the simplest solution that I could start with? Now, in the next video, we are going to be tackling a space that is super small, but is going to have a big impact on your life. Remember to download the workbook if you haven't already, and I will see you in that next video. Gur raibh míle maith agaibh. Agus feici mé sibh sa go luath. Slán!